Hello, in this video I'm going to be demonstrating how I take out stitches, remove stitches with these two tools. These two tools are the tools that I use the most. There's a seam ripper, which most people will be familiar with, and then this is when I got more into alterations, I learned about this tool, which is just a razor blade. Straight edge razor blade, and you can get them at WAWAK Sewing Supply, or also Home Depot, yeah, those kind of Home Depot, Lowe's. First, I'm just gonna start using this, and you can see how I use it. So, important thing to know is the sharp edge of this device is right on the inside here, and then you have this little pointed end and this blunt end. Okay, if I'm gonna go here, I can, let's see, first I can use this as pointy end as like a pick to lift up one of these stitches, and then see, I'm gonna break it. And it's broken. And then I can start picking out some of the stitches with the long end again. So I'm not cutting it, I'm just actually pulling these out, and it gives me like a tail. And then in some other fabrics, which I'm going to show you after this, some other fabrics, you can just go and see, I'm going to go down here and grab one of these stitches, break it. You can just take the tail and just pull this right out. However, in rough fabric like this, like rough woven fabric that doesn't have slip, like satin or something lighter, that's not going to work. This is not just going to, those aren't just going to all pull out. So for this, a little faster way I found is to go, so I have this hole created right here. So I'm going to slide this in between and kind of wiggle it. And then you want to make sure, if you do this, that this is sharp. So every once in a while you do have to replace these because this blade gets dull. So this little technique is best for it to be pretty sharp, and then don't press like too hard. You just want to give it like gentle little presses, and that's why I'm kind of wiggling it, because that's a little gentler, more gentle. And as you can see, it's actually just popping those. Yeah, and you can go a little faster with this. This is great for removing like hems. And you can see, because this fabric is pretty sturdy, it's not cutting it. Yeah. So certain times you do have to be careful with this technique, because if there's any kind of resistance, you can accidentally go and cut this fabric and create a hole in the fabric, which is not good. So yeah, you do have to be very careful. But this one's going pretty easily. Yeah, like that. This is a satin kind of fabric, and how I would deal with that with this. So this one's going to be a little bit more delicate. Like, I would not just go in and just be heavy-handed with this, because you could put a hole in this pretty easily. But I'll just go and start removing these. Oop. Like that. With this one, you actually can just pull it with your hand straight out. So I'm going to get a tail going, and then with this, you can see this. You can just gather it, and then that's going to actually just slide right out. Like that, and then that's gone. And this is a bigger stitch, so I made a bigger stitch, and I'm just going to show you this one's going to be even easier to get out with those bigger stitches. Let me show you here, and then I just pull down, it starts to gather, bunch up, and I can just pull it straight out. Very easy. And now I'm going to show you how I would use this blade. So yeah, with this one, if I hadn't started it already, I would take this first, go in and open it up. I'm trying to pick this up, it's going to be difficult to get a hold of them. Oop. There we go. So now I've got a little opening right here. And I just go in with this one, and I'm gonna grab these two fingers and keep this like straight. So just straighten it out, put some tension on it. And then I can go in and just gently cut this. Yeah, not too much pressure, because yeah, whenever there's resistance, that just means you have to just slow down and either change to this one, because this one's a little bit more controlled and safer than this one. This one's more likely to cut your fabric if you're not careful. But people use it because it's pretty fast and you can get a bunch of them for cheaper, so that you can switch them out and they're going to be sharp. So yeah, you can see I'm just going, and these are just popping right out. Very easy. And then another way you use this is you put tension on this. I'm going to zoom in. Tension, and then go in here, you pull these apart, and then you see these threads are exposed, and when I pull this apart, and then I can just really lightly tap it and cut those very, very easily. Yep, all you have to do is just keep pulling on this, pulling the layers apart, and then just a little touch, touch, touch. So this is a very common technique with the razor, and it's pretty fast. I don't angle it like down, because I don't want to cut this. I angle it a little bit up, and so now you see, like, if it was like this, it would be more likely to fall down and cut this fabric. But since it's angled up, there's thread in between the blade and this fabric. So it's protecting this fabric and it's protecting this fabric, because I should only be angled towards these threads that are exposed. And that's, yeah, I'm just trying to target and only touch these threads. Remove that also. So you see I'm starting out with this blade because it's really like targeted, and it's just a little safer to start off with. And once I get going, now I can come in with this, pull these apart, and start ripping. So that is demonstration of the different ways that I use these two tools, the seam ripper and the razor blade, to take out stitches.